Hi, it's Paul, and I want to welcome you to the Profile XT Technology Overview. In the next few minutes, I'm going to explain to you the basics of how assessments work, why they're valuable, and then how the XT fits into all this. So, let's get started. Now, what we're going to talk about in this video is the Profile XT technology. We're not going to talk about validity, advantages, and reports. You'll find those in other videos right here on the channel. Now, there's a couple basic principles with regards to assessments. The first one is, for an assessment results to be meaningful, you must compare the candidate to some relevant standard. So just knowing a number is not sufficient. You have to know how that number relates to you and your business. Now, there's a couple sources of standards, and the best one is your own top performers, and that's what the Profile XT uses. What the Profile XT does is it models your top performers to find out what makes them who they are, and then can tell you whether other people match those top performers. Another source of information for this is your own job descriptions. It could be industry standards, but generally it's not a good idea to use industry standards because you don't want to be compared to your competitors, do you? You don't want everybody who's good and bad filtering in some kind of unknown standard and comparing your people to that. And the worst way to do it is generic models of unknown origin. I've seen assessments out there that are sales assessments, and they purport to tell whether somebody will be a good salesperson or not. Well, the question is, a good salesperson for what, where, and for whom? It's not just any generic thing that says this person will be a good salesperson. It has to be very specific. Now, principle number 2 is simply knowing that candidate likes people, for example. That's not sufficient. You must know how much they like to be with people. And you must know how much liking to be with people is relevant to success in this job in your company. So how do you know how much? Well, you've got to compare to a fixed sample population. For example, the Profile XT uses the working population of the United States as its comparison model. So if we measure sociability using the Profile XT, we can tell in relation to the population of the United States how sociable somebody is. And then we overlay the standard onto this. So if we've decided to use our top performers as our standard, or an industry standard or job descriptions, wherever we're going to get this, we would overlay that onto the scale of 1 to 10 in this example. And so we know that our top performers score in the range of 7, 8, or 9 compared to the population of the United States. So this shows you exactly how sociable your top performers in this job are. It's a very specific standard we're going to use. And then we compare the candidate to the standard that's been established. So in this example, this candidate comes in at 8. They're right in the middle of what we're looking for. They should be a good candidate with regard to this particular characteristic. Candidate number 2 comes in at 5. So we know that this person is going to be challenged by the amount of sociability that's required for this particular job. This is where the value of the Profile XT comes in. It gives you additional information that you really can't get anywhere else. You can't interview for this because people really don't understand how sociable they are, and particularly compared to the general population. They just know how they feel and maybe what their friends say about them, but they have no idea against a fixed standard how sociable they are. This reveals how sociable these candidates are compared to your top performers compared to the population of the United States. Now you've got something that's valid and can be used in the hiring process. Basic principle number 3, measure the total person, not just part of them. You don't want to just do personality and behavior. You need to include thinking style. How do they process data? What is their personality and behavior? It's important, but you also need to know what their interests and motivations are. You have to understand the total person. So the Profile XT performance model is a group of 20 proven standards that combine to measure the total person. It looks like this, and we don't want to get bogged down in the details of it in this video, but I want you to see what a performance model looks like. The light blue areas over there on the right, those are our target measurements for this particular job in this particular company. This job in a different company could have a different set of measurements, or a different job in your company will have a different set of measurements. But this performance model now becomes the gold standard that we compare candidates to. It generates reports, and you can get a measure of percentages. You can find out exactly how well somebody matches, and what this does is it helps to prevent costly hiring mistakes that waste your management time and cause conflict and needless wasted money on turnover. With these easy-to-read reports, you can instantly see how well somebody matches up to the standards that have been created. And these standards, of course, are based in fact compared to the national population, with your most successful people overlaid on top of the standard. You're also going to get interview questions which are customized for this person for this job. They're well prepared for the interview, aren't they? But they're not going to be ready for these questions because this isolates in on areas where they don't match the standards that have been set and allows you to drill down and find out whether you can work with this person or not. The benefit of this is, well, it's going to quickly provide you with a customized interview guide that the candidate is not prepared for. This will help you to find the truth so that you can avoid embarrassing surprises after you've hired the person. Well, that's it. A quick overview of the Profile XT technology. Give us a call, Maximum Advantage. Our phone number and our email is on the screen. And of course, you can always click through to Profile XT. And I look forward to working with you in the near future.